does that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million.
The late 40s now, still fighting with these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know.
Despite claiming he already paid $18 million in taxes, the IRS insists he still owes hundreds of millions more. Mayweather appears to be downplaying the debt, neglecting the full extent of his tax obligations.
Does he really?
He has so many.
He's hilarious.
His
I
spending
love
habits
him.
are hilarious. His
I
cars.
love him.
Then he's got like a whole fleet just in
hilarious.
white. He's like, white is right. I got a bunch of.
He's got other colors too, though, man.
Yeah, he
got a
does.
Gang of cars.
All
So when
matching
he
up.
owed that money to the IRS, why don't you just give him a few each cars?
Because he went so deep, so
How much
crazy.
does he owe?
Well, it's more than you want to pay.
Yeah,
It's in the $20+ million range.
it's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No,
It's just neglect to
it's
pay.
neglect, and it's also like I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, "Hey, it's time to pay your taxes," and you go like, "All right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money." And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more."
Floyd Mayweather's current legal issues with the IRS are just the latest chapter in his long and complicated relationship with the law. While he's often portrayed as a symbol of success and wealth, Mayweather has spent time behind bars and dealt with numerous legal battles over the years. Despite his millions, Mayweather himself has expressed feeling like a prisoner of his own fame. He once revealed that his fortune has come at the cost of personal freedom, suggesting that being rich hasn't spared him from isolation, distrust, or surveillance. His past continues to haunt him even as he tries to maintain his public image.
How do you explain all that? How did that happen in your life?
Well, things happen. You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Floyd's obsession with wealth has always been part of his persona, from gold-plated jets to luxury mansions and entire fleets of exotic cars. Mayweather built an identity around flaunting what money can buy. The Money moniker became more than a nickname, it was a lifestyle. But this financial bravado came with consequences. Instead of financial discipline, Mayweather chose a public spectacle.
He's up there, bro. He's probably got to be at least 400 million. I mean, some of the purses from his fights are like 100 million each fight.
I would think
shit.
close to $1 billion.
He probably is, but he spends like a motherfucker. He probably has like a couple 100 million in jewelry. Have you seen like videos of his jewelry?
Yeah, some crazy shit. Let me see. Let me see what his net worth is. Mayweather net worth.
Them Googles be lying though. Huh?
They be lying? You think?
I think so. It's probably not accurate. I mean,
let's see what they say. Exactly what you said. It says an estimated $450 million.
Yeah.
Richest boxer in the world. It's a lot of money.
Instagram page is practically a shrine to excess. Luxury cars, designer clothes, private jets, and diamond-encrusted accessories are all regularly on display. He wants the world to know he's rich, and not just rich, but richer than everyone else. But behind this curated image lies a harsh financial reality. Critics argue that his continuous need to show off might not stem from wealth, but from insecurity. Many now question whether Mayweather's extravagant displays are a cover-up for mounting financial problems.
We got options.
options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rose, 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 Rose. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
The tension between rapper 50 Cent and Mayweather offers a deeper glimpse into Floyd's financial and personal habits. According to 50 Cent, he once stepped in to run Mayweather Promotions while Floyd served time in jail, even investing millions into the business. But once Floyd was released, he allegedly forgot the favor and the debt. This falling out over money and recognition suggests a pattern in Floyd's relationships. Those who help him when he's down don't always get the loyalty or repayment they deserve.
It goes on where, you know, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you'd already invested.
Yeah. Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I got to ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, you know, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual, the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face, and he tell me to do it.
Mayweather loves to claim he's the greatest businessman in sports history. He touts his undefeated record, the millions he's earned, and his promotional successes, but public perception paints a more critical picture. Many see him as someone who chases quick money rather than building lasting ventures. His business moves often seem impulsive and superficial, geared more toward headlines than sustainability, even as he boasts about earnings he's reportedly dodging debts and facing lawsuits.
AKA Ferrari F50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts just because, you know, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, you know, it's like, hey, you know, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get in some digs of his own.
Mayweather never shies away from self-praise. He regularly declares that no other boxer past or present can match his accomplishments. But while self-confidence is expected in the world of boxing, Floyd's constant self-comparisons have drawn backlash. Critics argue that his relentless boasting often feels more like arrogance. Fans and fighters alike are growing tired of the inflated ego, especially as his post-retirement activities seem focused more on ego preservation than meaningful contribution to the sport.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?